Thank you for tuning into my videos. To support the channel and unlock exclusive perks, you can join us on YouTube channel membership and Patreon. Follow the links in the video description below. Select your level of support and help keep the content coming. This channel exists because of the support we have from fans just like you. Thanks and enjoy the video. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It is 2,000 points and the league continues, season 13. We have had Leviathan Tyranids, Black Legion, Salamanders and Red Scorpions all play their first game, and now we're going to throw two more factions into the league here. I just have a sense that we need to press on with the league because there's a good number of armies, potentially more armies on the way as well. So we're going to use the Aeldar here. I'll take command of them, and then Mike's an established Necron commander, so he's going to run the Necrons here in this battle. These two armies clashed last season, but a fresh opportunity for each of them. Both armies looking, we're going to play 2 games each for each faction for our league, and then we combine the points total together, and then we take the top 8 armies through to the knockout stage towards the end of the season. Then we go to the exciting sudden death to establish channel champion. Both these Xenos factions looking to make good progress. To do that, they'll need a good score here in this opening game as we continue on with the league. So to see all of our league battles, they are going to be split between YouTube and YouTube channel membership. So to see all of our games, the extra battle reports that we do and extra content, do join us on YouTube channel membership. At Aspect Warrior level, which is the most popular, that'll give you access to all the bonus content that we create, and you can follow the league along and enjoy the extra content that we have. Link below, or go to channel homepage and hit the join button. So for the Eldar, it's a bit of a switch up on the list here. Going to go for the Trinity of Wraithlords. We'll see how they get on in this game. Aspect Host is the detachment. I'll start with the bikers this time. So we have 2 squads of Shining Spears, 2 squads of 3, 2 Laser Lances, and then a Star Lance on each of the Exarch squad leaders. A Shuriken Cannon being taken on each of those Exarchs as well. A squad of 6 Wind Riders, all of them taking Shuriken Cannons. And then we have Shroud Runners, squad of 3, the Sniper Bikes. Then we have a Wave Serpent with Twin Bright Lance, Shuriken Cannon, and then with that, or being transported inside, that will be 5 Fire Dragons, Fire Pike being taken on the squad leader. And then Fugan, the Burning Lance, he will go with them. He'll join that squad and they'll all go inside that transport vehicle. Then we have a Falcon with Bright Lance and Pulse Laser. Shuriken Cannon being taken on that. And the idea is that 5 Banshees with an Exarch with Executioner will go inside that. And they'll be joined by Jane Zar, another one of the Phoenix Lords. Then the Avatar of Cain is in the list. See if I can keep him alive for a bit longer in this battle. And then we have a Spirit Seer and then a trinity of Wraith Lords. They're all equipped the same, so double Bright Lance and Glaives, and 2 Flamers for each of those being taken. We'll see how they get on. They could be a wall of Wraithbone here to hold the Necrons, but we'll see how it goes. So that's the Eldar list. I have 5 gold level Patreons to help me out in this game with critical dice rolling. That's Longbow BB. He's a dedicated Eldar player, so he's going to be on my team. Then Michael German, another Eldar player. Sparks, also an Eldar player. Vagabond, plays Harlequins. And then the near side, who plays Eldar as well. So plenty of Eldar friends to help me out with crucial dice rolling in this game. To support the channel further and to unlock the gold level Patronic dice, then you can join us and support us on Patreon. Link for that in the video description below. That's the list here for the Eldar. Don't want to shed any tears in this game. Really want them to do well. My heart is with them, but as to how well they'll do against this menacing Necron force, we'll have to see. So that's the Eldar list. Commander and Sub-Commander have been allocated. So Mitch Notkeith or Rob here, who plays Dark Eldar. I think he'll be glad to be in command of this Eldar force. So we're going to put him on 2. Gosh, tough choice. We'll put him onto the Avatar of Khaine, the biggest model. And then the Sub-Commander, Jason Cook, will put him onto Fugan, the Burning Lance, here for this battle. We'll take a look at the Necrons and their list next. So, Necrons, Awakened Dynasty Detachment. There's plans to adapt and change the list as time goes on. I do have some new units that I can paint up for them, but for now we're going to keep this list tight, keep to the current list. It's been updated with the latest points. Some units took a points rise, some took quite a dip, such as the Triarch Praetorians dropped quite significantly in price, so nothing has changed here for this list, thankfully. So we have, I'll just start on the left-hand side here, so a squad of 6 Canoptic Wraiths. Then we have Tomb Blades, squad of 6 of those being taken with their particle beamers. Then 2 blobs of Necron Warriors, all taking the Gauls Flayers, 2 squads of 20 of them. Locust Heavy Destroyers, taking the anti-tank option for each of those. That's a squad of 3. Canoptic Doomstalker being taken for some backline firepower support as well. There's a string of characters along here. Awakened Dynasty gives you the +1 bonus if characters are attached to units. So taking advantage of that. We have 1 Cryptek being taken. And then we have a Royal Warden. Then we have Ramses, second in command here, the Overlord on foot, with the Glaive being taken for him. Then we have a Scorpek Lord, and there are some upgrades, so I'll talk about those in just a moment. Triarch Praetorians, squad of 10, taking their Particle Casters and Void Blades for close combat. 6 Scorpek Destroyers being taken. And then finally the commander is Tamra on the Catacomb Command Barge being taken. So there are 3 upgrades being taken for this Necron list. So we have Veil of Darkness on Ramses. It's the remove the unit and then relocate back onto the board option. We have Dermal Bond, 4 up Feel No Pain, add onto the Scorpek Lord. And then finally the Phasal Subjugator being taken on Tamra himself. So that's a +1 to units within 6 inches, like an aura ability for him. So basically you can bless multiple units. So that's the Necron list. Commander and Sub-Commander allocated. So that is Vagabond being allocated here as the commander. So he goes on to Tamra. And then Plumhammer, one of the autarchs on the channel, I've put him onto Ramses here for this battle. And then Mike can make use of 5 gold level Patreons for dice rolls during the game. It's Nate Miller, Dave Humphreys, who plays Necrons, Nicholas Lucas, Midnight Miniatures, and then Chris Hyams. Those are the 5 Patronic dice that you can call upon during the game. So that's both lists ready to go. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. Alright, so we have a scenario for this League battle. It's Burden of Trust for the primary mission, Dawn of War for deployment, and then Adapt or Die for the mission role. So Dawn of War, we're playing across the ways here, the orange dice marking the deployment zone for the Eldar, the green dice across the other side, marking the deployment zone for the Necrons. There's 5 objectives on the board. One dead centre here, right in the middle of the road, at the crossroads, really, and then in the open across there for Mike's objective, although there's some shelter behind that ruin. And then here again, quite open here for the Eldar with this home objective for them. And then 2 objectives in no man's land, one here by the big tall vat on the Eldar right-hand side. Then on the left-hand side for them, just at the entrance of this mysterious container with the door open, is the no man's land objective on the Eldar left. So as our mentioned terrain, so Unitron containers around here. So ruins, and we'll play these as obscuring. This whole ruin connected to each other, and we'll go by the hard edge. It's going to run across here like so, as obscuring. This piece is obscuring, then the ruin just across here, and again connected to that piece just over there. We'll play as obscuring as well. Then just to even the board out, just to keep it fair, we're going to play some obscuring pieces here with these Unitron container stacks. So this piece, not the gap, this piece, this one, including that bit across there, this piece across here as obscuring also, that selection across there, that construction over there, and the 2 vats will play as obscuring terrain also. Scattered around the board, there's some pipes, boxes, barricades also for the terrain. We're both going to go for the random draw on secondaries, adapt or die mission rule, twice per game. We can draw an extra secondary and then choose one of those to keep and then put the other one shuffled back into the deck. And then for Burden of Trust, turn 2 onwards, at the end of the command phase, the player's turn scores 4 victory points for each objective marker they control that is not within their deployment zones. That's either the opponent's objective or one of the no man's land objectives. Then for each objective marker that player controls, they can select 1 unit from their army, excluding aircraft within range of that objective marker, and they can select to guard it. And then at the end of each player's turn, the opponent of the player whose turn it is scores 2 victory points for each of their units, excluding battleshock units in range of and guarding an objective marker. So the control of objectives, especially ones outside of your deployment zone, to anchor them, guard them, and then pick up some bonus points coming through. So that's the mission, that's the terrain. We'll now start alternating place units on the board next. I just mentioned the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So battle mat is from gamemat.eu, 60 by 44 inches in size. It's called Imperial Refinery. And then we're using some pre-painted terrain from gamemat.eu as well. It's the Chem Zone set. So it's these large vats across here that you can see. These containers, you get a load of them in the set, which match perfectly with the Games Workshop Unitron containers. They also do, as part of that set, these boxes and barrels across here, which I've painted up in an alternate scheme. But you can check out gamemat.eu for your supplies of battle mats, all shapes and sizes, and then also their pre-painted terrain sets available from them as well. Link in the video description below. You'll also see a discount code for 11% off across the store, and they are shipping worldwide. Right, so deployment's done for both sides. Eldar going quite strong in the middle, but obviously with their ability to shift either way if needed. I think the ability to adapt in this army, in this game for both armies, is going to be crucial. And both armies, I think, are able to do that. Eldar have their speed, Necron is able to absorb damage and recover very well indeed. So Falcon on the right-hand side, inside that is Janzar and the Banshees. Wave Serpent across here with Fugan and the Fire Dragons. Shroud Runners at the back. Shining Spears here. 2 Wraith Lords side by side. They'll be joined by the Spirit Seer. The other Wraith Lords sheltering across here. So I really have tried to shelter these as much as possible. They're quite well hidden, but not impossible to hit if Mike manoeuvres well. The last unit for us to place was the Avatar of Cain. He's gone across here, hopefully blindsiding Mike's dangerous shooting units, which are just behind the ruin across the other side, and we'll take a look at those in just a moment. So both these inside the transport. I have flanked. There's not too much cover here for fully sheltering units. I have put one of the Shining Spear units in reserve along with the Wind Riders to try and keep them safe. And then around the other side of the board, Necrons have also deployed a force in the middle with strength. So Tamra, Catacomb Command Barge, the Doomstalker, Locust Heavy Destroyers, the Wraiths, which was Mike's last unit, joined by the Cryptek. He's placed them here, getting ready to move out in whatever direction. Necron Warriors with the Warden. Just with their eyes, I think, on this corridor, this corridor across here to go after the objective. I was going to say Tomb Raiders, Tomb Blades.
Yeah.
It's across here, getting ready to push around on the flank. And the other unit of warriors, not pushing up, they have Veil of Darkness, so I think Mike's really prepped them up in a safe corner, ready to jump straight away. Can you do that on turn 1?
Yes.
Oof, okay, so they could go for the immediate jump or whenever they wish. And then Scorpec Destroyers, joined by the Scorpec Lord, have gone into reserves. They can flank. And the Triarch Praetorians have gone into reserve as well. They can deep strike. So that is deployment done for both sides, ready to go. I think the way we've placed units, both of us not too fussed if we don't go first.
Yeah.
You'd want to go first.
No.
Oh. It's good that it varies from game to game. We'll let the dice decide on this one. I'm not too worried or not too swayed either way on this one. But anyway,
Green dice.
going with the green dice, going with the orange dice. I've rolled a 2,
Of
so
course.
it's very. But you rolled a 2. That 5 looks like we're going. You're not. Oh, you are. You're going first. All right. So Necrons. We'll take the first turn. Mike's not so happy with that result. He'll get first strike here if he's able to line units up. Eldar hopefully have sheltered well enough, but I think if Mike manoeuvres, he can get some shots away against some of these targets. Turn 1 here. It's the machines that will begin. Necron turn 1 coming up next. Right, we're on turn 1 here. Necrons about to make their moves. In fact, there is a scout move if Mike wants to do it. That's with the Tomb Blades across the other side. So you can make that move. Secondaries have been drawn. So bring it down and recover assets are the 2 secondaries in play. I think Cull the Horde and Defend Stronghold were drawn. Mike shuffled those back into the deck. They can't be.
Cull the Horde had to come out because there was nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and then Defend Stronghold was shuffled back in.
That's fine. Okay. So those 2 cards being and gone. Bring it down and recover assets is the 2 cards currently in play. Looks like Mike is making his scout move here, pushing forwards those Tomb Blades. So whilst Mike's making his moves here, for extra content, do join us on YouTube channel membership. I have said that those that join us, I'll give them a name shout out here. So I've got 5 more to call out in this game. They've all joined us at Aspect Warrior level. And that's Soothsayer, James Stewart, The Long Chris, Icarian, and then just some guy from Stoke. So big thanks to them for their support and for joining us here. If you join the channel, you can unlock all the bonus content that we create, including battle reports, and you can keep a lookout for the League games coming exclusively to channel membership. But the latest one that's just come out is Raven Guard. 1,500 points.
Yeah.
So big congratulations to Mike for pushing that army. Getting very close to completion here, just 500 points more to go, and Raven Guard will be complete. And they are the Black Ops Space Marines. They play entirely different to any of the Space Marine chapters that we've had. Very stealthy, and we've pitched them up against their nemesis, I think, the Leviathan Tyranids, with all of their Vanguard shenanigans as well. So there's 2 games. There's a 1,000-point game and now a 1,500-point game with the Raven Guard, and that is on channel membership. That's the Big Push Battle Report series. If you want to see those games, then join us on membership to access the bonus content. All right, so Necron movement is complete. Bear in mind these 2 secondaries. Recover assets and bring it down as a reward for destroying the larger targets, the vehicles and the Wraith Lords, Avatar as well, of course. So Warriors, they backed up a little bit. Mike doesn't want to go for the jump yet, and he's backed up because of the extreme threat range of the Banshees. Disembarking 3, moving 8 or 10, advancing, and then possibly charging. they really can stretch quite deep into the opponent's deployment zone. So Mike's going to hold these off for now and use them as an asset later on. Rafe's holding as well, just not panicking here with the Eldar. He knows that the Eldar can manoeuvre fast enough. Tamraz push around here. Doomstalker holding. These have pushed around the Locust Heavy Destroyers, and they do have a bit of firepower just catching the edge of the Wraith Lord that you can see on your right hand side. Necron Warriors have shifted to their left, being led by the Warden, heading off cautiously towards the central objective. Then Tomb Blades, I think they're going for recover assets on the right hand side, not quite in range out of that central objective. So Necrons not being rash here on turn 1, just a steady bit of manoeuvring from them, but mostly holding back, perhaps trying to tempt the Eldar to make some brash moves themselves. We'll go on to turn 1 shooting for the Necrons next. So bear in mind the Necrons have 2 very decent units in reserve, Triarch Praetorians and the Scorpack Destroyers and Scorpack Lord. Very nasty units. Eldar need to watch out for that. Keep the back door closed. Alright, so I take it 2 of them are going to shoot. One of them's tucked away behind cover. The idea is if they start taking casualties, Michael will reanimate the opposite side behind cover. So 2 shots into here. Oh boy, here we go.
Right.
The opening shot here.
So 2 shots.
Needing 2s because of Tamara's blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if you would. I didn't want to say anything. Yeah, Chris Heim, okay.
Yeah.
Kick off with a Patreon.
2s.
Nice and straightforward.
And of course, a roll of 1.
Okay. And your reroll 1 is for the wound roll.
Yeah.
On them. Yeah, so it would require a...
2. I'm going to have to already. It's early days, but I'm going to have to.
Come on, reroll.
Yep.
All right, gets the 2 hits. Back on track.
No 6s. Okay. So strength 14.
3s to wound. Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s.
Oh. So 1 and a 2. You reroll the 1 to get the 6. All right, so 1 comes through. It's AP -4, which is insane. I get 6 up save. We've got cover though, so it goes to 5+. Oh boy. And we have failed.
It's a flat 6.
Straight up 6 damage, yeah. I think I will hold and I will take the damage and keep the command point.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, okay. Can't say those kind of things without just testing. I know I'll get a 5+. I just sense it. No, I don't. Ooh, okay. Save the CP. It's well behaved. I do drop to 4. Yeah, what I'm worried about now is Necron Warriors. But it's obviously a lot lower caliber. Mike can aim for lethals though.
9, yeah, so there's 9 in range.
Right.
So we're looking for all the 6s.
3s.
Yep. So we got 1 6.
And then we'll be looking at 6s to wound.
Yeah.
Just the 1. -1 back to 2 up for cover. And we passed. Perhaps no minus at all. No, still on 2s then.
Yeah.
Okay, the Warden's going to put in a few shots here. I think, yeah, he's leading from the front,
Yeah.
so he's available.
2 shots on 3s. Actually, I would do
2s.
on 2s, yeah.
It's his own bubble, yeah.
2 hits. Strength 5, so 6s.
Still 6s.
No.
Oh, okay. And with that, we mark the end of shooting phase, and obviously no charges taking place. Okay, a cautious turn 1 here from the Necrons. Their turn comes to an end. We'll see if any points are on the board. Alright, so points coming through. Recover assets was completed in 2 zones. So that gives Mike 3 points, just off the mark with some points on the board. Bring it down, has been dumped just to gain that CP back. So 3 points to 0 at this very early stage. We'll go on to Eldar, turn 1 next. Alright, so movement here for the Eldar. In contrast to the Necrons, a fair bit of movement from them, surging onto all 3 of the No Man's Land objectives. As you can see, Fire Dragon is an exceptionally bold move from them. Right-hand side, Banshees remaining inside their transport, but moving out onto this flank objective, and we're going to use the vehicle to go for containment. Then the gap that was here has been filled by Shining Spears. They were here and they moved across. So we jumped or moved over 12 inches, 14 inches with the Wave Serpent. Then onto the Fire Dragons, we used one of our agile maneuvers to shut down Overwatch, so we could then disembark 3 inches. They've got out to there. They've all got themselves in melter range of the Locust Heavy Destroyers. That's key for us if we can try and go after them. The 2 Wraith Lords have moved round. The healthier one moving past, going further ahead, and the one with 4 wounds left has maxed out with wounds being restored by the Spirit Seer, going to 7 wounds, and he's been given sustained hits by him as well. Then the Shroud Runners, they usually be hanging around here, but I've used them to go for this piece of terrain, to go for sabotage. Really want to try and get points on the board. It has put them in more of an exposed position, but I think they'll be lower priority for Mike compared to other units. The other Wraith Lord has moved out. It has strayed outside of the 12-inch blessing range, but it's heading off to support the Avatar. I put a burst of speed onto him, swift as the wind. He has battle focus, so he's got an extra 2 inches. So he's lurched 12 inches across this direction onto the objective, and are in threat range of the Tomb Blades. That's movement done for the Eldar. They push out on all fronts here. We'll go for their shooting phase next. So just as we're on shooting phase, you may not be aware, but I've been painting up these German tanks here. This is a Panzer one with the 2 machine guns on the front. Now, we have a new historical channel. I'd hoped to focus on games such as Bolt Action, Napoleonic Ancients as well. That channel is live. Content started to flow through. It's Heat of Battle TV. There'll be a link for that in the video description below. We love Warhammer. We love Warhammer 40,000. We also love historical war games as well, but put it onto a separate channel. Also combining it with reenactment videos as well. So if that's your thing, you're looking to get into that, you enjoy historical stuff, then do check out the new channel and subscribe. You can just follow the link in the video description below for Heat of Battle TV. So I'm going to start with the Avatar of Cain. I think I'm going to put a shot into the Tomb Blades, right? So here we go. A 4 be a hit. 2's to wound, I think. And it goes through. Is AP -4? D6 plus 2. Just
P4, yeah. Even with cover, it would be a 7, so yeah.
Dead model.
Yeah.
And Mike will take from the front. Yes.
Yep.
My reasoning being that I have 6 attacks in close combat and you've got 6 models. So just trying to make things a bit easier if we make the charge. But the downside is the more we kill, the longer the charge. I still think I need to wipe out the unit. I need to kill more models. So I'm going to put the Wraith Lord and his shots into that squad. So 2 Bright Lances. Needing 4s because I haven't been blessed. We do get 1 hit. I've chosen to reroll against infantry. So reroll 1s to hit and to wound. They're mounted. Trying to wound you. 2 could well be enough. Strength 12.
Yeah, I think toughness 5, yeah.
AP -4.
Damage.
Damage D6 plus 2.
Yeah.
And it'll be the model at the front without cover. And he's gone. Alright, so 1 model slain. And we'll leave it at that. Okay, that helps us out. Just removes a few models from that unit. We'll press on. Right. I think I'm just going to go for it. So firepower across here. It's obvious we can offload all of our shooting into the Locust Heavy Destroyers. Right. I'm going to try and stack this up because it's devastating news here. Assured destruction is only against monsters or vehicles. I'm not getting my rerolls to hit, to wound, and for damage. So we're kind of on our own here with shooting. It's not their main forte. It's monsters and vehicles they're designed to go after. But having said that, I'm going to just gladly spend a CP and use up my token, Aspect Warrior token, to go for 2 abilities for preternatural precision. And we're going to go for Ignores cover. And they're also going to go for sustained hits of 1. So 6 is to hit will pop an extra hit. We'll select reroll 1s for our shooting on top of that. And on top of that, we'll take a Patronic dice and go for Longbow BB as well. Any response to that with any kind of protective stuff?
No. I have... it's called a bait.
You do that with this Necron army. He draws me in with 1 1 unit.
I just need to double check something.
What is going on here? Okay, all right. We'll go with the regular people. 4 fire dragons. All hit, apart from 1. Reroll ones. Okay, 1 miss, no sustained. Oh, this is going to be scary. 3 to wound. Now, come on. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Should you have went for it mounted?
God, regrets, man. No, that's only Wraith Lords. It's all right. They wouldn't get it. Anything we can do? Is there anything we can do about this? I can't spend the command reroll. If I spend the command reroll, I can't hop back inside the transport because I've only got 1 CP left. I'm in agony. It hurts. Yes, so help.
I'm going to... We're friends. We play fun games.
Oh, no.
So, this was the idea.
Oh, you're going to tell? Okay, yeah.
I'm going to tell you. Everyone else at home can tell me, yeah, I thought about that too, or no, I never thought about that. I know you hate these.
Yes.
I had an intention of luring you out with 2. Come up. These boys were going to come out because they are lethal when they shoot something. I need it to 2 CP because when you destroy an enemy unit,
yes,
after the attacks have been resolved, I can pay 2 CP
to shoot.
A character unit. Yeah. Within 6 inches can shoot us out with their shooting face.
Whoa! Good move. Whoa, nice. Well. Okay.
Because I don't know what's going to happen now, so it might.
Oh, because I haven't destroyed you. It all depends on if I destroy
you.
You
destroy the unit.
Right.
That's right. You read the words. I thought if you destroyed
a
model, I could, but it's a unit.
Gotcha. Right. So the only hope now is if I get a sustained hit with the Firepike or with Fugan himself. It's as simple as that. Because the others are whiffed. Oh, the agony of it all. Right. Firepike. The game's back on. We've got a 6. Dear me. Right. So 2 wounds come through. Oh, sorry. 2 hits. We're now going to try and wound on 2s because we are strength 12. In fact, we'll be killing on 2s. Right. I think I've got these 2 come through. Now, the reason why I'm saying killing on 2s here is because we're coming in at strength 12 to your strength toughness.
Toughness 5.
Toughness 5, yeah, or even if they're toughness 6.
Toughness 6, right?
Yeah, toughness 6. It is bang on 2s. Those 2 have gone through. It's AP -4. Mike would usually get a cover save, but we have paid to ignore cover for our token that we've used up. And then the damage would be with the Firepike is D6 plus 3. And they're 4 wounds each. So it's straight out kills. Yeah, it's 2 slain. Boy, oh boy, such a tense moment very early on in this game. And then we're going to go for Mike. No, Mike's semi-happy because he'll get revenge if I kill the unit.
If I kill 1 or 2, I'm happy. I just want to showcase it because I've never done it.
Oh, just to show everyone the rule. Right, we're trying to hit. Right, we've got our hit. We just need to get a wound on a 2. Oh, okay, right, that's done it. Strength 14, AP -4, ignoring cover, D6 plus 6 damage on Seer Song.
Yep.
And he's gone. All right, target destroyed, and then Mike can then showcase the firepower here.
Yep.
Right, we'll let him resolve that here. So I'm happy enough. I've just about destroyed my target. Just about. You can see the huge difference it makes when you're not firing at something you specialise in, just not getting the hit rolls, the wound rolls, the damage rolls. It's scary business, but we've just about managed to do it, but only just.
Yep.
All right, Mike will calculate Necron warriors and the warden shooting back. All right, so it's a dozen and doubled, so 24 shots. I take it you're firing at normal ballistic skill, which would be 3 ups. There's 2 ups.
Led by a character.
Oh, no, it's starting 4s. Necron warriors, yeah.
Oh, yes, no, you're correct.
So 3s. The warden will bump to 2 ups, though, with his firepower. Lethal hits will kick in as well. So fire dragons will be in trouble. They're going to pay a price here.
12. I'll do 2 sets of 12.
It's only a move the Eldar would do, though. Such a brash, bold move, plunging into the middle.
Yeah.
Glorious looking, but it's going to come at a cost.
I'm actually going to use a Patreon for this one.
Go ahead.
8 miller.
8 miller.
Well, whatever.
1s and 2s.
Yeah. So, 3, 4, 5. I'll do the ones out of these now.
Sure, 3s.
4.
Okay. 4 so far. I can see a lethal.
Okay, so this is not going as well as I thought it would.
There's a 2 there. That's it, yep. And then 3s to end. It's definitely worth doing. And there's 3 more. So another 4 in total, so 8.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to roll these semi-slowly here for saves of 3+. I'll roll 4 just on the regular guys, the ones that missed. And we've kept 3 alive. I'll roll 3 more. Still keeping them alive. Still keeping them alive. Oof, boy, past most of them. 1 fire dragon drops from that squad. I was going to say you can't shoot them because it's Overwatch, but this is not an Overwatch attack. This is a stratagem maneuver taking place here.
So the relic cause hitting on 2s. That's a lethal.
3s.
3s.
3s to wound. Yeah, 3 more.
These are -1 now.
-1s. We go to 4 ups now. And 2 go through. Good shooting from the Warden. Yeah, I'd rather not lose those. But anyway. 3 fire dragons traded for 3 locust heavy destroyers. I'll take it, but a bit of revenge there from the Necrons in their utter disgust at this Eldar move. That shooting from them finished. But locust heavy destroyers brought down. Alright, so rest of firepower's been resolved. Firepower from the Bright Lances took out 3 of the Necron warriors. Michael shrugged that off, no problem. Shuriken Cannon took out 1. So...
Were you looking to bounce them in after they shot?
Yeah, that's actually done at the end of the fight phase.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, just everything after everything dies down. Yeah, I wish it was done just after you shoot, but we got caught.
Yeah, it's just after you shoot, so you wouldn't have been able to do it until I'd done that, and then you'd have...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we got caught out well and truly. End of shooting. I had no firepower from across here. We're fulfilling the secondary charges. Yes, we do have 1 charge. It's the Avatar of Cain. We'll roll this charge. Oh no, the command reroll. If I use it, they can't hop back in.
Well, make it.
Eldar. I'm going to use a friend. Michael German. They're all Eldar players. Michael German for the charge. It's a 5 plus 1.
Oh, +1.
Yeah, for the Avatar's bubble. I think 6 should do it.
Yeah, get you within an inch.
Thanks to his bonus.
Oh.
All right, so he's in. Yep, he makes it. Just about, thanks to that bonus. God, we're living life on the edge here. We'll go for our attacks then. We will re-roll 1s for our hit rolls with the Avatar of Cain. 6 attacks, needing 2s. We'll carry on with Michael German here for this one. Re-rolls. Full house. Okay, that re-roll 1s, that comes from the detachment aspect, warrior host. And then we'll go for 2s. Potentially this could be 2s for the wipeout, yeah. There's a single one. Those go through. These are AP -4. D6 plus 2 damage. Got him. Alright, target destroyed by the Avatar of Cain. And I might just tuck myself in like so onto the objective. Okay, it's worked out alright for him over on that flank. End of turn, we'll calculate points here for the Eldar. End of fight phase, we're going to hop back inside the transport. So 3 points picked up for containment and 3 points picked up for sabotage as well across here. So that's been fulfilled. That takes us to 6 points. So points on the board here for the Eldar. Very early stages, but some significant events taking place. Eldar have managed to wipe out 2 Necron units, which they'll be happy with. It's come with a bit of a sting, but tactically in a pretty good position. As to how long they can hold on to these no man's land objectives, we shall have to see. If you antagonise the Necrons, you can expect to be struck back. Mike's removing the Veil of Darkness. End of my turn. Well, remember, that's fine as they come off. Mike's intent is to Bring them on from reserve. Turn 2 for the Necrons. They will seek their mechanical revenge. Next. Alright, so movement here for the Necrons on their second turn. Extend battle lines and overwhelming force, which is destroying enemy units on objectives. You couldn't have written the narrative better here. So Mike's going to try and grab objectives and destroy units. So Necron Warriors reanimating and then surging forwards and then gaining OC control on that central objective. So they've grabbed it. No points for primaries at this stage. Mike's going to try and recover himself onto the No Man's Land objectives, as many of them as he can. Well, you know, it's kind of funneling here to the middle, at least at this point, in kind of a Necron sandwich, because this objective in the middle, also my home objective, is now under threat because, yes, we left the back door open. Wraiths had a big advance and then they've shifted right across to here. Tamara's swung around. Doomstalker shifted to its right, and I think it's got a view through to the Wave Serpent as well. We've seen the Necron Warriors and the Warden pushing through. Both flank objectives left for now, but bear in mind Mike does have a deep striking flanking unit. He's elected not to bring them on at this stage, but to hold them in reserve. And then back round to our side here. This is the zone where they could land just over 9 inches away from enemy units. Necron Warriors have landed themselves there, and could be great revenge here. Tachyon arrow shot could be used to bring that Wraith Lord down. We'll see what happens. We're going to shooting phase next. All right, didn't see it coming. Doomstalker's going to go into here. The damaged Wraith Lord. Interesting. He's on 7 wounds left. I'd say I'm in the open, sadly. So no cover for this one. Dave Humphries. He'll be glad to lend a hand. Necron player.
D6 plus 1.
Oh, dreams. Here we go.
7
shots.
4, 5.
So far, so good.
6, 7. 4s because I moved, but plus 1.
Because of the character, yeah. It's time roll. Well done. So 3s then.
I'll move these over. 3s.
4 hits.
Yep.
3s to wound. I think your strength 12.
14.
I think 14. Definitely 3s to wound. Important enough roll, this one. No, he's got them all. Well done. Uh-oh.
These are -3.
-3. Gives us 5 up saves. Oh, we passed 3. Cool boy. Xenos dice doing all right. So 1 comes through. Damage 3.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to take the damage 3. Drop him back down to where we were. 4 wounds left on him. Right, we fired the piddly little gun. It's easily forgotten.
Yeah.
No damage. That was going into the Wave Serpent.
Yes, I need to see if I measured up for the 24. It did, yeah.
All right, Tamim Ra with his firepower then. This is the Gauze Destructor.
Gauze cannon, yeah.
Gauze Cannon, sorry. Yeah.
3 shots hitting on 2s.
2s.
That's a lethal. Strength 5, 5s.
Toughness 10.
6s now.
6s to wound. Oh boy, I'll check. I'm pretty sure I am. They used to be toughness 11. They are toughness 10 yet. So just the 1 comes through. Ah, no.
2 damage.
Yes. All right, we'll take it. Drop it down to 2 wounds left. He's nearly gone. All right, drop it down to 2 wounds left. Dare I say it? And would we have ever said it? Wraith Lords are fragile. They are not so tough at the moment. Damage comes through too quickly. I think in 9th edition they were -1 damage, I think, something like that. Used to help them out.
There's so much that's happened and changed in 10th that trying to remember back to 9th feels like it was from the 1800s.
So, 2 wounds left on this Wraith Lord. There is the Tachyon arrow. There's massed firepower from here. There's a bit of firepower available from Necron Warriors. Mike does have options, but how much effort he diverts to try and bring that thing down is the question. Firepower here. Splitting with as many rapid across here as possible. Mike's going to get 20 shots. And then there's the front 2 ranks of rapid, a couple of stragglers. It's going to be 18 shots across into the Wraith Lord. And then one other question. It's probably obvious. He's going into the blast. Do him first. Save you some dice rolling. Okay, 1 shot, Nina. 2 into the Wraith Lord. Gets the 2. 3s to wound. No! Come on, reroll. Go. Go. Goes through. Is it -5? It's straight through and dead if it's -5.
-5.
Oh, no. Oh, and he blows up. Oh, dear. Right, okay. These Wraith Lords, don't worry, everybody. They're slowly but surely working their way out of the list. We're saying that the Wraith Lords are in here for now. They're 150 point unit, roughly, and I can do straight swaps on a number of different Eldar options if I can get them painted up. One of them being Striking Scorpions. But anyway, this is all helping me here make my mind up. So we'll figure out the mortal wounds, but one Wraith Lord has been dropped. He's been destroyed here. Yeah, so wounds here. Shroud Runners took a wound and he's dropped down to 2 wounds left. So that's a devastating hit there. Good shooting. And we were in range of the objective, which means Mike will pick up some victory points for that as well. 20 shots across here into the Shining Spears. If Mike can bring a couple of those down.
So 3s.
Be happy, yeah, 3s. I think he will. There's a lot of shots. 3s for hits.
Lethal.
All that the Eldar did on my turn, I have 0 remorse, no sympathy for the Necrons at all, and I was right to have that attitude because they do have a habit of getting their revenge. Trying to wound here, toughness 4. 4s, yes. There's a lot of saves. No, we're going to lose some bikes here. Okay, looks like 10.
10.
3s to save. God, boy, it's a good roll. It is good. We do take 2, though, which is enough to bring a biker down. And Exarch's over there, so we'll go for the closest one. So he's removed. Okay, firepower from these finished. Mission accomplished. Wraith Lord destroyed. And he blew up. Next bit of firepower.
These bikes.
Okay, interesting. Let's see what Mike's trying to do. He's trying to plant 2 Necron warrior blobs onto objectives. Doesn't really matter which ones, as long as they're outside of his deployment zone. He doesn't really get much reward for anchoring his home objective. Doesn't have to be the flank objectives. So if these can charge and maneuver and blob themselves onto my home objective, that's going to disrupt my secondaries, and Mike can plant himself there. And the same here in the middle. If he can plant himself strongly in the 2 objectives. It kind of makes sense as well. I'm sure Mike already knows this. He's going for objectives that are running down the middle of the board, which means you've got your flanky stuff to go after the flank. I get it. Okay, Mike's 3 moves ahead of me here. Okay.
I might be, but it all.
It's the way of the warrior with Mike. He is the master. Okay, right. But always 2 there are. Sorry, master and apprentice.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a bit of counting here before we continue. Just I want to try and remove fast stuff, and
yeah, he wants to direct shots up here. All right, yeah, it's all declared off camera here, but we both know where Mike's going. So firepower is going to be split into the Shroud Runners, and then also now Mike can shoot at the spirits here because he's over 3 inches away from a friendly Wraith construct unit. It's been caught out. It does have stealth though, so he gets a little bit of protection, but it's just 2 wounds to try and pick up.
Yeah, so it's 9 shots. Looking 4s.
Okay.
1 lethal.
3s.
3s.
Oh,
Just the
2. 4+ invulnerable save. Passed both. Can't complain about the Xenos dice. Kept him alive. He's not safe yet though. He might be charged. And then the rest of the firepower going into the Shroud Runners. I think they're running stealth. Sure they are. Running stealth as well. Yes, they do.
So 2 in rapid fire, so that'll be 11 shots.
Okay.
On 4s.
4s is helping. There's a number of 3s have been coming through so far. Take all those away. Number 1. So those. The guy downstairs is getting cover. It's not enough to keep him alive though. Those 2 wounds will go through and kill him, so he's gone. You got the Warden into those as well. Okay, comes the Warden.
He's out of 24.
You might catch
sorry,
12.
Out of 12. Sorry, out of 12.
Just out of 12.
Fire, yeah.
Okay, 2 shots.
2 shots.
And 3s.
1.
Stealth's helped us a bit. Wound does go through. -1. 3 is no. Damage 2.
Damage 2, yeah.
Went down to 1 wound left. Okay, they're alive but taking damage. 5 powers finished.
I think that's fair part finished, yeah.
Charges.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I want to start with yes.
Into him. 9-inch charge.
Oh.
7. Oh. And then Mike can decide what he wants to do across it. All right, so charge. Fouled across here. Snake Eyes for a charge, but it was declared into the Wave Serpent, so it's still enough. So moved in, piled in, caused a wound, and we did no damage or no hits actually in return. Necrons pushing further onto that central objective. There's a whole column of Necron warriors. I'm going to zoom right in so you can see them. There they are, pushing their way through the March of the Undead. So that's combat's resolved. It's been a very eventful game so far. 3 points picked up for overwhelming force. That was destroying the Wraith Lord here on our home objective. And 5 points picked up for extend battle lines, holding the home objective and then surging onto a no man's land objective. Good job you went for the double plan, either of those two, to make sure those points come through. Taking the Necrons to 11 points at this stage. They have points on the board. So far they have been starved on primaries though. But if... This is the thing. Eldar are on the flanks. And if we can take on those Necron warriors and wipe them out, we could clear the Necrons off of primaries again. So tactically, Eldar doing okay. Casualties coming through, but sort of eating away at the edges at Eldar units. So I think the advantage is with us at this point. But it's early stages. We're going to the second turn of the game for the Eldar next. All right, so movement complete. Well, not quite. We knew it was coming. Mike's going to rapid ingress here. He's going to pay a CP and do it. So I'll call out my moves here. We'll just let Mike finish off his move. It looks like the Scorpec Destroyers and Scorpec Lord are about to turn up. That's going to hurt. Okay, so we played an intricate move here, trying to duck and dive away from Overwatch and to ambush a number of units. Our main focus is going to be the Necron Warriors, both in the middle and across here. So we're going to try and deal with those. We know obviously reinforcements are going to come. There's other units as well, but we're just going to have to ignore them for now. So disembarking from the transport with Fugan sneaking across here, just trying to cut down Overwatch. A few of Mike's models could see, but the rest can't, so he didn't go for shooting there. Shut down Overwatch with these, though, and we've moved out boldly in the face here of these Necron Warriors. Musical statues with all of these units didn't want to move at all. Fear of Overwatch from here, or potentially from that Canoptic Doomstalker. The very last move was the Wave Serpent backing out of close combat. Jane Czar and her squad disembarking, advancing, making it to here. No Overwatch because they were in combat, then no Overwatch from here because it's the obscuring terrain in between. So we were able just to make a regular move, no need to block Overwatch. Slight manoeuvring there, just pushing a bit further on top of that objective over on that side. 8 points picked up for primaries, if that's not been mentioned already. Wraith Lords moved up, and then big decision. Did we go non-emissary style with the Avatar of Cain and sit on the objective? That was one option, but I'm sure there's people watching that would say just get stuck in the fight. So I've moved him around. I've given him a bonus +2 to his move for battle focus, so he's moved around 12. I reckon it's about a 6-inch charge to reach those wraiths. Exceptionally unlikely he'll wipe them out, but we'll try and lock horns of them if we can, just to try and tie them down. That's movement done. Shooting phase for the Eldar next. I had one other move. Bikers were to turn up across here, so place those across there. So that's movement done. We're going to shooting phase next for the Eldar on turn 2. So we'll just do the obvious ones. Fugan and his squad just going down here and trying to nibble away at the edges of some of these Necron warriors. So he has an interesting option, actually, with Seer Song. We'll go for the beam option, which is 3 shots. We'll go for reroll 1s for our shooting. 6s are pretty good. There's a 6. I'll reroll this one. Okay, so we've got 3 hits. But sustain 2 for Seer Song, beam. And we're looking at 2s to wound. Okay, those go through. These raping -3. Necron Warriors are in cover, so they get 6 up saves. Yep.
3, yeah?
Yeah, 6 is to block.
Nope.
No. Okay, so 3 slain. These ones?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so there you go. Then we'll go for Mr. Firepike.
Oh.
He missed. And his friend. He missed as well. Okay.
Still reeling after the last.
Yeah, no, they're still in shock. That's firepower from them finished. So firepower from the bikers. 3s. This is shuriken cannons. 6s are lethals. It's AP -1, but depends on what models Mike can get cover. 3s to wound. Okay. 9. If you go from around here, you'll get cover, or from the front, or most of the unit can.
I'm going to go from the front.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so cover. Save -1, +1. So you're on 4s. 5 dead. Okay. I'll do it because he would love his revenge. I'm going to fire a pistol into them, just with the little friend of ours. Oh, 6 is a hit. He's vicious. Yeah, no wound. Okay. That's him done. So perhaps in the wrong order. I'll fire these down into the Necron warriors. So snipers, first of all. Actually do get 1 hit. They're aspect warriors, so rerolling ones. 2 hits. 1 wound does go through. This would be on Ramses, actually. Sniper precision. Potentially goes through. That's a 3. And it is AP -1.
Fine. 2 up, 4 up.
Oh, 2 up, save base. Oh, great. Okay. And then shuriken. It's laser, sorry. Laser. Scatter lasers. These are 3s. Rerolling 1s. It's good shooting. The 6 is sustained, actually, so at the end. 3s to wound. Nice solid wounds, actually. And 6 saves of 3+ because of cover. And just the 1.
Further back. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, should have shot them first because of stripped cover. Would have helped out across here. Would have made some difference. Okay, we have to strip those down. Getting close to halving the squad. Wraith Lord. The 2 flamers, range 12. They're going to here. And the 2 Bright Lance shots. We forgot to take the wound off, by the way, from him. Range 6, he was able to restore a wound on him. 2 shots. We're going to Ramses or Tamra here. So 3s. Sustained. It's 3 hits.
He has a...
Yes, something.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Each time an attack targets this model, the strength characteristic is greater than this model's toughness. Subtract 1 from the win roll. 3s
to wound becomes 4s. We do have 2. AP -4.
4 ups.
Oh boy, 1 goes through. Alright, D6 +2 damage. 5 wounds. The other one would have been another 3. Okay.
They left him on a wound, but 5 went through and 4.
And 4 wounds left. Well. Okay, we'll then go across here. Flamers. Oh, shame. 4s to wound. 2 wounds do go through. Just checking if there's any AP- going on with these. And no.
4 ups. Oh, fill 2.
2.
2, the furthest one's back. Yep.
Okay. Firepower from these, point blank into those. 2 shots from regular. Reroll 1s for our shooting. It's always the default. We've got 1 hit. This is twin linked shuriken catapults. Twin linked. Yeah, -1. 1 save of 5+.
Nope.
Okay, there's 1.
Mm-hmm.
We then have a laser lance. Failed. A star lance. Reroll. Hits. It's a kill. -3.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally we have a shuriken cannon. Rerolling 1s. 3s to wound. 3 saves of 5+. +1. 2 more gone. 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 more slain. The squad has seriously been reduced down. Eldar able to triangulate a number of units against that target. I think that's pretty much firepower complete against them. We'll go the Falcon firepower crucially into those Necron warriors to assist. So shuriken cannon, 2 hits, 2 wounds with cover is 4 ups. 1 slain. Pulse laser, all hits. Dice is doing well. 2s to wound. 2 more. -2.
5 ups.
Bang on.
Yeah.
Bright Lance. Missed. And not rerollable, it's not Aspect Warrior. Avatar of Cain. No shots. Don't want to reduce the range there against the Wraiths. Want that charge to go ahead. There's a number of sort of 6-inch charges here for the Eldar that we really want to happen. The problem for us here is we've invested a lot of firepower here. It's been successful, but this Necron Warrior squad is looking tough. We'll put Jane Czar's squad into them. Bit of firepower coming from her. So the Falcon hit them. So in your shooting phase, select one enemy unit hit by one of those attacks till the end of the turn. Each time a friendly model that disembarks from transport makes an attack. So shooting or close combat, you can reroll the wind roll. So we'll take that. We'll reroll ones from Jane Czar. She'll get 6 attacks with the Triskele. Reroll them once. Full house. It's silent death. It's an assault weapon, so we advance, we can still do it. We're looking for 3s to wound. Rerollable. Yeah, 5 wounds come through at AP -2. Now, depending on where you want to make these saves, some are in the open.
Oh, yeah, no, it'll be on cover.
Guys in cover.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 slain.
Right.
He is going to stack up on the objective here. Okay, Eldar have got a fight on their hands. And then we'll go for pistol firepower coming from our friends. Which will be 3s. All hit. 4s to wound. 2 more. -1. Cover. 4 ups. 2 more go through. Okay. Gonna look around the board here to see if there's any other firepower. I think it's finished. He's cracking the orb.
Yeah. So instead of D3, it's D6.
This is the trick that he had. All right.
For 5.
All right. Bumping the squad back up.
Yeah. Do you make it
17 plus character.
Yeah.
I was going to say a lot of meat to chew through, but it's not the issue. There's a lot of tin cans to open here. God, these rust buckets. Necrons.
Yeah.
Resurrection Orb is handy. It's a well-placed option there with Tamra.
And then the other thing is trying to place them because within 6 they get an extra +1 OC.
Oh, right.
For, I believe it is mounted.
They're really up for the fight here. They're going to doggedly.
No, it's a Necron unit. So
yeah. All right.
One the OC.
Fine. All right. So it's going to be a real fight to the death here for that central objective. Jane's our small squad. They can pack a punch. They're being supported here. There's 17 Necron warriors to get through, plus the character. Shooting phase is finished. We'll go on to charges next. All right. So we've got charges lined up. There's about 4 or 5 of them. We've pre-measured them all just to give you, just to let you know what to expect here. Okay. We'll do this. We'll go do the Avatar of Cain. So it's going to be a 6-inch charge. He gets +1. So this one will be a 5. And I'm going to roll all the charges with Sparks. Yeah, another Eldar friend. Does Sparks want the Avatar of Cain to go against the Necron Wraiths? He does. By a Kroot's Whisker. 6 + 1, that's 7-inch charge. He'll swing around there and tuck in. Right, charge number 1 goes ahead. And we'll go with the Wraith Lord into the... Yes, into the Necron Warriors. Nice and straightforward. An 8. Okay, so we'll tuck that one in there. So there he goes. That's his little blessed token. And this one's a 5-inch charge. We'll do this one. Okay, smooth enough. There he goes in. That's Fugan. His friend. And Mr. Pike. Okay. And then Jane Czar and her team. It's a 4-inch charge because the Necron Warriors at the front stayed. And it's an 8. All right, dice rolls comfortable enough here. Thanks very much, Sparks. We shall call him Bright Sparks. In she goes. And then we can stack them up around here, but they'll all get in. So all charges go ahead. We rolled high enough here to hop up and over and to get in close combat from this direction. Okay, so don't think any interrupts can take place. We'll go on to combat resolution. And we'll go, the first one I want to do is the Wraith Lord across here with his attacks. So he has the option to sweep now, so he can do 8 attacks with the glaive. And we're on +1 to the hit rolls and sustained. Okay, so take those away. Checking the rules, just says weapons get sustained, so shooting close combat. So 5 hits +1. 2's to wound. They all wound, this is quite good, so that's 6. And they come in at AP -2. So 6 saves are 6+. Just to try and lend a bit of support here for the Banshees. Blocked 4. Okay, Michael, take that. Well done. 2 slain. And just to capture the flavour of this combat, we'll just zoom in here. There's the Banshees going in against their target. Could we even dare to dream they could get the wipeout? We'll have to see.
You need the wipeout to get part of the transport money.
I do. So Mike knows to make this as tough as possible. There's a lot of Necron warriors to get through, plus the character. So we've gone for a bit of a combo, a bit of a stack here with Jane Zara and her squad. So we're rerolling our wound rolls, remember, from the Falcon's firepower support. Then we'll elect to reroll our ones for the Aspect Warrior host. Then we'll play our stratagem, we'll burn our token, and this time we'll go for lethal and sustained. And that's using preternatural precision with that squad. No, we will not. No, we won't. Because the shooting phase only. Ow. Okay. I'll refund the CP. Oh, no, that would have been so good. They should make that for both.
Especially for that.
Come on, Games Workshop. You change the rules every weekend. Oh, dear. Okay, so we won't do that then. So not so good. Not so good. Oh, man. Imagine lethal hits and sustained.
Well, we're going to see how good it will be now.
Right. Anyway. Chains are 8 attacks. We'll do her after, because yeah, no, because they're all damaged too anyway. 2s. Right, so it's a full house. She's going to come through at strength 6. So 3's to wound, rerollable. And these are straight up kills here. They're AP -3. Right, 6 dead.
Yep.
God, it's tough. It's tough. It's 2. 2. And 2 more.
No.
1. Right, she's done her best.
Yeah.
I think physically it's not possible for us to wipe out now.
I'll put that one back. We'll see at this point. Coherency doesn't really matter.
Resurrection Orb is what's ruined it for us.
Because I'm able to, if I survive, pile in.
Okay. 8 attacks with regular Banshees. 2s. Rerolling 1s. Oh, everyone counts. Right, so we've got 7. We are looking at anti-infantry 3+. Reroll this one. No, every single one counts. Another 6 dead, potentially. No, you get 6 up saves here. 6 saves of 6+. AP -2. None. 6 slain. It's another chunk. We're not going to get the wipeout though. We came close, but we're not going to get it. And then we'll turn to the Executioner. 12 attack. No, it's not. It's 3 attacks. That's 3.
There's only 3 left.
All right. So we 2s. Yes. 3s. Rerollable.
Pressure.
Pressure roll. Oh, got it.
Yeah.
AP -3.
Yeah.
3 damage. Oh, ouch. Necron warriors have been destroyed. Tangled up. Now, here's a big question. Yes. I think I know the answer. I think Mike knows the answer. And that is if I just sit where I am. No, because you're going to get to fight back and you're going to tap me. Or not. Okay, we'll cross that road when we come to it. So I'm going to stay where I am, and then Mike can choose whether he wants to walk into the benches or not. So We'll stay out of close combat, but if Mike wants to time me up, he can. So we'll then switch up our combat to across here. We'll see if we can get this wipeout. So we'll go across here with the Shining Spears next. We'll do their attacks. So regular Laser Lance, we'll start with that first. I don't think so. I think we would be wiser going across here. We'll go with the Fire Dragons first of all. We'll do them first. There's a chance I can kill a few regular models. So we've got close combat weapons on 2 of the models. We'll go reroll 1s. 5s to wound. Terrible. Okay, that's them done. But then we turn to our friend Fugan. 6 attacks of him. His fire axe. 2s. All good. Strength 5. 3s. Alright. Okay, 4 go through. -4 and 3 damage. So 4 Necron warriors slain. Straight up here. Kinda should have held him off. He's damage 3. Would have been good against Ramses.
Ramses takes 1 away from the
damage as well. So we need
1 from the damage.
So we need those damage 3 weapons. I'm just going to roll around here. And then I'm going to make my attacks. See if we can get through to Ramses. 1 Necron warrior left.
Before you do that.
Yes. Uh-oh, Captain. Ability. -1
yes.
CP.
So I'm going to do the Legions. So I can
resurrect models. No.
D3 +1 because I'm a character.
Oh. Add 3 back on.
Yeah.
He's building himself a bodyguard. Right. So building these up here, Mike's saying it's probably a good move to go with him first, just the way that Mike was going to remove models from play. Anyway, it's down to the bikers now. I don't think we can get to Ramsey. He's going to get to swing here, but we'll see if we can wipe out his bodyguard. There's 4 models for us to try and get through now. Rerolling 1s. Regular Laser Lance first. God, I wish 6s meant something. Anti-vehicle, so we're down to... it'll be 2s to wind. Laser Lance, Strength 5 and Lance, 2s. Yep. 3 saves and 6+. We're doing okay. Mike's blocked 1, so 2 models slain. There's 2 to get through. No guarantees here. We'll then turn to the Exarch, who boasts 4 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Oh, disaster. Reroll 1s. Oh, God. 2s for kills. -3. 3 damage. All right. Bodyguard wiped. We never got through to the second in command. His bodyguard resurrected just in the nick of time has protected him, so he will get to fight. And I will tuck in here with these. Okay. So that's that resolved. Eldar's still going to fight here. We're going to go for the Avatar of Cain with his attacks into the Wraiths. I'm expecting to kill 1 or 2 at best with Mike's Feel No Pain and 4+ invulnerable save. We'll reroll 1s. Okay, full house. 2s to wind. Oh, 2 1s. Okay, 4 saves at 4+ invulnerable saves.
4, yeah.
Yeah. Block 3. Well done. And the damage is D6 +2.
Oh.
8 damage. It's the ideal situation because Mike will just resurrect that model next turn. But he'll feel no pain here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. 1 slain. Did block 3 of those though.
Do you want to pile in?
Do I want to pile in? I would say yes to try and tie you up.
Longer and cover.
Oh. From him shooting. Right, okay. Yeah, the Avatar's a wanted man, there's no doubt about it. Mike can swarm around him now, make his attacks back. And into the Banshees as well. Okay, and then... So he's got all 3 combats actually ongoing here for the Necrons. They've all the characters... well, 2 characters here remain alive and the Wraith's barely scratched. So time for the Necrons to strike back. But anyway, I have to say, Eldar have been wiping units. So all the Necron warriors are gone. Tactically, that's good. Mike wants now is do some good striking back here. We'll let him calculate his attacks. He's going after the Avatar first. Right, Avatar is fresh. Lots of attacks.
Yep.
3s for hits. What strength are you is the big question.
Yeah, it'll be its strength 6.
It's strength 6. It will be 5s to wound. Our toughness will protect us, but 5 make it through. If -1.
2.
That's 2.
Oh, hang on, let me just auto it. Sorry, -1.
It is -1. 3 up saves. Yeah, okay. And halving damage. So we'll take a wound. Whoa, okay, we're up for the grind here, but Mike won't keep that fight fair. He will seek to add in extra
What are you doing here?
units. Down to 13 wounds left. You got the Cryptek, can have a stab.
Yeah.
Okay, we're moving on. We'll go on to the next combat. Here's the Warden. It's just the significance of being in that close combat, just stopping us from getting back inside that transport. I'm sure Mike will take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Turn 3 could be the turn of revenge here for the Necrons.
2, no AP.
2 wounds go through, actually. Yes, done it. Killed 2 of the Banshees as well. Revenge begins now. Okay, so they're gone. Okay. And then Ramses, where's he going to go? You got softer aspect warriors to get through, or you got bikers, the prize of bringing those down. And I would point out that both are running a 5+ vulnerable save.
It's strength hit -3, 2 damage, devastating wounds.
It's going into the bikers hit.
So 2s. Of course, a roll 1. Strength 8.
3's to 2's to win.
Well,
Oh, just about.
So you need to make them 2.
Uh-oh. I'll tank him on the squad leader. 4+ invulnerable saves here. Do block both. Boy, that is damage.
2.
It is damage 2. Right, we survived because we have 3 wounds. So dropping down to 1 wound left. Got off lightly from that one. I think that's combat's resolved. Okay, interesting. We'll give you an update on the score as the turn comes to an end. So points coming through for the Eldar. Behind enemy lines is fulfilled thanks to the escapades of the Avatar. Picking up 3 points. Extend battle lines. We held the home objective, and then we've grabbed all 3 of the No Man's Land objectives. So 5 points coming through for that one. The 8 points of primaries takes us to 22 points here at the end of turn 2. So points on the board for sure for the Eldar. They have themselves a lead as well, 22 points to 11. But Mike still has options on the board, there's no doubt about it. Decent reinforcements available. Still some of the most potent close combat units at virtually full strength. So the Wraiths fully available, although they're fighting against the Avatar. Scorpek Destroyers fully available here, and still to bring on the Triarch Praetorians as well. So still plenty of tactical assets available here for the Necrons. This battle is far from over. Their turn 3, middle stage of the game next. So turn 3 here for the Necrons. Cards drawn is Establish Locus and Storm Hostile Objective. It's the 2 cards in play. I think you drew Aeldari and then use the ability for Adapt or Die to then draw a fresh card. So Establish Locus and Storm Hostile Objective is the 2 cards in play. Problem for the Necrons is no points being scored for primaries here. Is the problem for them. So no points coming through. They rely on secondaries for their points flow at this stage. Scorpek Destroyers, we knew the direction they would go. They've shifted across here to go after the Avatar of Cain. Wraith's happy to stay in close combat against him. Doomstalker here. Ramses has moved up, or Tamra's moved up, and then backing out of close combat with the Warden. We then responded with an agile maneuver, which I don't think we've used before, which is opportunity seized. When an enemy unit falls back, you can then make a d6 +1 move. We rolled a 5, so it's 6 inches, sneaking along the back wall here to try and keep those banshees out of trouble as much as possible. And then ongoing combat across here. Triarch Praetorians have turned up here by deep strike. They can go for this charge, which is re-rollable. They can try and go after the Shroud Runners. And then the final move here, we paid a CP to rapid ingress. The Shining Spear Bikers have turned up here, ready to go after a variety of targets. That's movement done. Shooting phase next. All right, Avatar's going to take a bit of flak. This is the Wraiths with their particle casters. Pistol shots.
Yeah, so 3s.
Threes for hits. He has no minus because they're pistol weapons. I made a boo-boo. I should have issued epic challenge in that combat to rip out the Cryptek.
Yeah.
We've gone through the comment section. People have said that in previous game, the Cryptek should still have kept his. The unit should have still kept the feel no pain,
Yeah,
but still would have been handy to wipe him out anyway.
So I'm looking 6s.
Okay. 1,
which is death.
Okay, drop it down to 12 wounds left. Come on, Avatar, buy us time. Right, pistol firepower into the monster. 2 wounds going through. We block those. Still on 12, the Avatar of Cain. Canoptic Doomstalker's firepower is going to offload it into the Wraith Lord there in the middle. Soften it up. The idea is that Tamra finishes him off.
Nicholas Lucas.
Nicholas Lucas for firepower.
D6 +1.
You have a good roll. 6 shots in total. 3s for hits.
3s for hits.
Are you on 3s? Did you move?
No.
Oh, great. Fine. 3s to win.
3s to win.
Ooh, 2.
2.
Minus.
-3.
Not going to get cover. Not going to block.
6 damage in total.
6 damage dropping down to 4. Yeah, they're fragile, the Wraith Lords, so I really am. I do have my eyes on them here in this game, and they're being punished.
Attack on command barge.
Okay.
Choose. Strike 5 5s.
5s to win. No, 6s to win.
6. Well.
And no, okay. The Warden, we reckon, doesn't get his ability because he doesn't have his unit, as the wording is, so he's not going to get the fall back and shoot ability. He doesn't have a pistol. So they have pistols, but they're out of range. But they don't want to shoot because you don't want to lengthen your charge. In which case, we're on to charges.
Yeah. Score packs.
That's about 2. 6. In there you go, gladly.
Yeah.
Ideal situation, wipe the Avatar out entirely, just get rid of him. So Michael, send those models in. There's enough combat power here. Moment of pride, though. Sorry, but Avatar of Cain are sucking in a lot of melee.
Yes.
Just trying to buy us time on the battlefield. Here's the kind of distraction Carnifex for us.
Yeah, Ramses and 2.
Yes, to finish off this Wraith Lord, it'd be great if he goes down 5 inches. He'll drift into combat, no problem.
Yeah.
It's fine. And then this one's re-rollable. 9-inch charge to get the bikers.
Yeah.
No, and here comes the reroll. Oh, got it, 11. Well done. Triarch Praetorians are going to get themselves into action here. All of a sudden, the Necrons lurch into action. Okay, add a pretty swift decision. I've got 2 CP. I can interrupt plays, so Mike's got to think where to go. But the priority is definitely the Avatar of Cain, and he's definitely going to go with the Scorpec Destroyers. They have enough potency, I think, to potentially bring the Avatar of Cain down. I'll see if I can zoom in here to capture this one. There it is. What a mechanical mess. Okay. So plasma sight being used.
So you all get dev ones now.
Oh no. 2, right, knock me down to 10 straight away. This is impact hits coming in. That's from the Scorpec Lord.
Yep.
God. 10 wounds left. This should be doable.
Oh, well. Midnight Minis.
Midnight Miniatures and a Patronic dice to add on top as well.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything really going to benefit me in here, so I'll start with the Score Peg Lord.
Yes.
And I will do... Yeah, I'll do the Hyperphase Harvester.
Okay.
4 attacks hitting on 2s. Reroll the hits.
Because you charged?
Yep. The ball hit.
Yep.
Strength 10.
Wow. 5's to wound. Sorry. Yeah, 5's. Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
There's
So,
6.
Devastating. And then 1 at -3.
4 plus a vulnerable save. Failed.
So 3 damage each. So 2, 4.
Yeah. Drop them down to 6. Oh, the Avatar of Cain.
Then the... Oh, this is a lot of attacks. Oh, 6 6 is 36. No, 4. I need one of the glasses. 2.
2 half, yeah.
3. 2s.
2s, yeah, because they're being led. Oh
Yeah.
boy. And rerolling. There's another one just there. Full house.
Yeah.
Scorpion destroyers. There's no way you can write them off as I rate them very, very highly. Mike uses them very, very well by rapid ingress, bringing them on to shelter and protect them. If they go gallivanting up the board, you can ambush, shoot them, and so on. But Mike brings them on in ambush style. It really is worth it. And you can bring them on just where you need them.
I love them. When I used to run the Necrons, I had 2 units of them.
Right.
And the Ethereum destroyers.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, 5s looking for 6s.
Yep. Load of 6s will do it. It's a load of 6s he's got. He's got 5. So what damage was that? Damage 2.
Damage 2.
And that's this could end it. Dead. Take him off because 1 damage is 6. 2 damage halved. 1 damage. You got 6 of them. I found 1. 5 devastating wounds. 6 wounds left. He's a goner. The only thing I can do back is explode, which we don't. Avatar of Cain slain very quickly by Scorpion destroyers. More than a match for him. Now that he's dead, I want to point something out. Just a tactical thing here. Because people have said and criticised, and I suppose rightly so, that I keep losing the Avatar of Cain. But what I would point out is the overall grand scheme of things, dare I say it, the greater good. Because the Avatar of Cain, what he's done is he's headed off in that direction. He's, number one, tied up the Wraith unit across there just for a turn, but I anticipated the Wraith unit. Instead of them being here, they're over there. That is big for us. Plus, on top of that, Mike's had to bring in another heavy-hitting unit to take on the Avatar of Cain, which they have. They've taken him down. It was well executed. But they're over there, and they're not here, or they're not here, or they're not over there. And so in the grand scheme of things...
That was my intention with them.
We've drawn the Necrons over there. And it means the Eldar have got a bit more free reign across this part of the board. And if the Eldar, for example, just saying, if the Eldar can control like this area, tactically that's really good to dominate. The Necrons can be really strong in one part of the board, that's fine. It also means with stronger units across there, perhaps I can start rounding up and picking off more isolated units to gain board control. So in the overall scheme of things, I've lost the Avatar of Cain. It's painful, but if it helps out in the overall plan, then it's useful enough. Just my thinking, that's trying to justify my throwing away avatars. The Eldar players don't like it. They throw avatars away. They take it personally. But there you go. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. We'll press on to the next combat. I think Mike's looking to press on here with the next attack or not, because we could interrupt him. I'll do it. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to interrupt play for 2 CP, and I'm going to fight with the Wraith Lord in this combat. So he's on sustained hits and +1 to the hit roll. Of course I shall. The near side we'll use for this combat. 3s. Oh, not so good. 2 hits come through. We're going to try and wound you on 3s here. 4s. 1 comes through, and you can block it on a hole facing 6.
Yep.
Damage would have been 6 damage.
-1, 5.
He'd be
It
dead.
would have been enough to kill me, yeah.
All right, that was our chance, but we've blown it here. So Mike can press on, fights first unit, so it would be the charging unit, so you can immediately...
I'll start with him then,
yeah, do that combo against
what's
me.
your toughness?
A 10. 4 wounds left. 4 attacks of the Overlord's Blade.
2, 3, 4.
2s.
Hitting on 2s, yep. Yep, we've all hit. Strength 8.
5s to wound.
5, 6s are dead.
1 wound comes through.
-3, 2 damage.
Didn't need to interrupt. -3.
Yeah.
All right, so we do take that, dropping down to 2 wounds left. We survived in the end. What could have helped you there was not that Mike had the points, but tank shock. Oh, he had a CP.
I forgot. Yep.
Okay. We'll press on with more combats. All right, so target destroyed across here. Very, very quickly dealt with. Moving along to here. It's a difficult one to know which to choose. I think I'll go with the bikers. I think that's the right move, actually, because Mike's likely to go after them in close combat. So we'll go with the bikers. 3 attacks. We'll reroll 1s for our attacks here. And we're looking for 3s. And we're looking for your toughness, please. 5, surely. Yeah, 4s to wound. Don't get lance. Do get 2 wounds, though. AP -2. Each one is 3 damage.
4 up.
Blocked both. That's going to be one of those days. 4 attacks with the squad leader. Rerolling 1s. That's 3s for hits. Another wound comes through. That goes through.
What's the damage?
Those 3.
3 left. Damage 2. It'll be 2. So 4 left.
4 wounds left. Mike's going to fight back. He's going to go against the fire dragons now.
Just to reduce the
yes.
attacks coming back at me.
Yep.
4 hitting on 2s.
2s. 2s.
Devastating.
Dead.
And then -3, 2 damage.
5+. Nope, that was the squad gone. Target destroyed. Well done. Fire dragons are gone. And we'll attack back with Fugan. Now he's a tougher nut to crack. 6 attacks. 3 rolling 1s. Come on. We can maybe go after this character. We've got our hits. He's attacking with the fire axe here. It's 4s to win though. 1. 1, 1, 1. And blocked as well. Survival here with Ramsay's refusal to die. Both of these overlords fighting away here. All right. That's it. Combat's resolved.
More.
Yeah, you do get it. Okay. Interesting twist here with the rules. So this was trying to get
Storm hostile.
Storm hostile, right. So this objective across here, Warden's OC1, Ramsay's OC3, I'm OC3 and 2, so it's 5-4. But Mike wins it because Tamra is granting an aura ability of +1 OC, so he makes the Warden +1, but he makes himself +1. He gives himself his own bonus, so that tips it to 6-5. So Mike gets that. Those points come through. 4 points. The problem is primaries. They're not coming through at this stage. Mike's got himself onto here, fine. But again, it just hangs in the balance. The Eldar might be able to do something about that. So just the 4 points come through. Established locus has been dumped. 15 points here at the end of turn 3 for the Necrons. Turn 3 for the Eldar. Again, they're on these flank objectives. More points to come through. So we'll go on to turn 3 for them next. All right, so Eldar turn 3, 8 points coming in for primaries. Crucially for us, cleanse and engage on all fronts is the 2 secondaries in play. So Falcon's gone over into that table quarter, but still can provide some firepower support across in this direction. Just backed up a little bit with the Wave Serpent, still keeping OC control, our presence on the central objective. Wraithlord's passed his morale, leadership 6, thanks to him, but no further blessings come through too far away and frozen in place. He's just inside Overwatch from across there. That Sentinel could easily bring us down. We've gone for Shining Spears across here to try and take down Tam Ra. Wraithlord remaining in close combat. Shutting down Overwatch here with the Banshees and shifting across in this direction. Not moving, maintaining close combat, moving these across to provide some firepower support, and the Wraithlord backing up to try and stay as far away as possible from the Scorpion Destroyers. We're going to shooting phase next. So I'm going to fire these into close combat. You're a vehicle.
-1 there.
-1 to hit. Now we'll go for him. We'll use up the last patch on here, Vagabond, for our firepower. So we'll go for 2 laser lances, or reroll ones for our shooting. So 2 hits, no, 1 hit because of the -1. Strength 6. Strength 6, it's not going to do it. We'll go for the Star Lance. Reroll 1. Hits. Doesn't wound, we're not going to do it. Shuriken Cannon. Rerolling ones. Doesn't hit. 1 lethal. They changed it, yeah, it's lethal. And no further wound. So 1 coming through at -1. So 1 save at -1. Did you build a pyramid with those dice?
I did, yes.
See, you're turning into a Necron. It gets in the mind. Once they're in your mind, Mike, it's all over.
I just realised that would have been caught on camera. I was like, nope, that's...
Oh, there's a scarab just crawled out of your ear. So what are we doing?
Saved, roll a 6.
Blocked, okay. And then twin shuriken catapults. Just the 1. Oh, no. 1 wound does come through. -1. Got him.
Yeah.
A wound. That's it. Drop it down to 4 wounds left. Dreadful. Right, we'll press on. Here we'll go. We'll lose patience and do 2 bright lances into the face. And some flamers as well to burn you out. 2 hits because of the blessing. Yes on a wound. No on a wound. -1 to the wound roll. Oh, crazy. And then flamers. 9 flamers. Hits. And then trying to wound you on 5s.
So bad.
Yeah. God, 6. 6 saves of normal.
6. 3 ups.
Yeah, 3 ups. And 2 sneak in. Yeah, drop it down to 3 wounds left. All right, so 2 wounds left. We'll go Falcon support and put its firepower across. We'll do the pulse laser here. And then we'll do a bright lance and shuriken cannon into him. So bright lance into the warden. Cool, a plum hit. 2s for a wound. Goes through. -3. Cover. We can let Mike roll. See what he gets here. Bright lance is -3. That's not going to do it. You can CP it for all the damage.
Nope.
7 wounds. Splat. Okay, that's him gone.
Keep Maria.
Keep Maria's. Oh, because of the stratagem. Okay. We'll let Mike decide on this. It might need to be done immediately. We'll see. Understand why. He's going to let him go because Mike may need it across here this turn. All right, so Warden's gone. So we then said pulse laser across here. Then 4s. Got 1. 4s to wound. We do get it. -2.
Fine.
Blocked. Yeah, well done. Okay, it's taking a fair bit of effort here to bring Tam Ra down. Yeah, CP being spent for Protocol of the Undying Legion, for D3 wounds being restored. Maxing out, of course, going back up to 5.
Yeah.
Okay, firepower from here into you. We'll keep going here. We've got to get rid of this guy. This is the Bright Lance. Gets a hit. Now get the wound. We do. Invuln save here, 4+.
Oh.
We've got in D6 +2. Come on, reroll. 4+. Oh, burning those CP. No, it's blocked it as well. The damage would have been... No, would have killed him.
I've no more CP to spend because I need that one.
For something else. Right.
That's fine.
Shuriken cannon. 1 wound. It's a lethal. And blocks that as well. He will not die. Look at him there. The king in the centre of the board. Okay. No pistol shots across here. And I'm going to offload these and to try and soften up the Triarch Praetorians. I can't charge a full strength squad. I've got to soften them up. The danger is the extension of the charge. But anyway, we'll just have to get on with it. So I'll do these attacks here. 3 and 3 and 3. Just a couple of drop dice. Alright, so we're looking at some lethals. Shuriken Cannon. Did they change that to strength 5? No, it's still strength 6. 3 to wound. It's quite significant. Alright, well. You're going to keep your cover. So you've got 10 saves of 3+. It's damage 2. So 4 slain, and we know exactly where Mike's going to take them from. So that will extend our charge. Probably something like a 5, probably a 6. We'll check it. Okay. Done. No pistols. Just looking around here, and I think firepower is finished. Wraith Lord here. Bright Lance shots. On it. No wound. That's it. Firepower finished. Oh, Jane's squad hasn't shot yet. All right, so Jane's squad actually fired into Tamra and caused 2 wounds. Drop it down to 3 wounds left. Gone to charges next. This is the important one for us across here. We'll roll it. I'm just going to roll it up right now. Quad 8. In they go. Right, charges taking place. I've also removed Tamra from play because Mike can't restore wounds back onto him. You can refund the stratagem because it has to be you have to suffer a destroyed model, but he's a single model, so you can't do it. So you can't use it. It's fine. It's meant to be used on things like Necron Warriors and so on. Okay, so we've done that. That means their charge doesn't go ahead. We've positioned them back where they were. A plumb target for a charge, but we've fulfilled what we're aiming to do, which was to clear that central objective. We've still got problems here to get rid of Ramesses, who now takes command. And can the Banshees, do they have enough impact to take down the Triarch Praetorians? And we must go for them first. Definitely want to go for that combat. Mike can potentially interrupt play. In which case, we'll reroll our 1s. It's not a character unit. It's not going to get reroll helps and so on here, which is a problem. But fight on we shall. Okay. She's anti-infantry 3+, so it's not over yet. We'll go with Jane Czar. See if she can do something dazzling. 8 attacks. Come on, Jane. Reroll 1s. Full house. Anti-infantry 3+. Jane.
Is that 1?
Yes. I can't. They didn't disembark this turn. I can't get the reroll. She's not fighting against a character unit. She's just not getting the reroll. She's gone and left her blade behind or something here. Just the one comes through. I mean, it's that desperate a situation. I might have to command reroll wound. Yeah, unbelievable. Oh, please, no. Oh, man, that was the golden opportunity. 1 save, -3. 6 up save.
No.
Right, 1 slain. There's 5 left. Can her apprentices help out? So 2 attacks each with Banshee Blades. They've all hit. Cool, they've done all right. So 3 come through. These are at AP -2. They're 2 damage. 2 go through, so it's going to kill those 2. I don't think it really matters. I think Mike's going to want to take from here. All right, there's 3 left. And it's now down to the Executioner with just 3 attacks. Oh, please. Rerolling 1s. Okay. I think she's on 2s. Yep. 3s to wound. They've all wounded. All right, all of a sudden, a glimmer of hope. We're looking at AP -3. 3 saves of 6+. Oh, you beggar.
I'll spend that CP now. 1
left. Oh, for Protocol of the Undying Legions. Oh no, give me strength, which is enough to put 1 back. We've wrecked the squad, but you have to get the wipeout against Necrons. Right, so well done, Mike. Those 2 remain in close combat. So it's now down to the player whose turn it's not.
Yes.
And where shall he attack? Shining Spears or the Lone Thugen? You can resurrect on a 2+.
Yeah, I want to go into the Shining Spears.
Into Shining Spears, okay. 4 attacks. 8 and 2s. Okay, 3s to win. 2s to win, probably.
2s to win,
yeah. 2s. And they'll go through. 1 at a time here. 4+ invulnerable save. Completely cocked dice.
I don't even think you could do a whole face throw it. See,
it's totally fine. We block 1. We died, and his friend lives. Oof, okay, 1 model. That's the squad leader with 1 win left. Okay. Technically, it is these guys. Okay, try Praetorians.
4 attacks each.
Ouch.
2, yeah.
Yeah, 2 of them, yeah.
1 3s. Strike 5.
Yep.
3s.
3s to win. Just the 2. 5 up invulnerable saves. 4 ups actually. We rolled 2 6s. Holding. Okay, so we hold. Then across here, we will go for just the regular squad member, rerolling 1s. 2 hits. Do you get a wound? Comes through. -2. 4+. Goes through. Damage 3 becomes damage 2.
Yeah.
Okay, dropping down to 2 wounds left. You're waiting to resurrect, here's the problem. We'll then turn to our friend. Rerolling 1s. Thugen. Fours to wound. Good lad. Those go through. Invuln saves. Damage 3. 1 goes through, which is enough to cause 3 damage halved, rounding up to. Got him. Resurrect is guaranteed.
Yep.
Ugh. Okay, we'll get him back up again.
As close as possible, yeah. So
Right, I would say that's there. Alright, so end of combat's end of turn. We've cleared the middle, that's good. Wanted the wipe out here, which we got, I suppose. Mike's resurrected. Good use of stratagem. Across here, close to wiping out, but not quite. We'll give you an update on the score.
if you put 3 ones on, I'm just.
Oh, it comes with 3 wins, yeah, okay. Right, so end of turn here. Engaging all fronts was fulfilled. We dumped the other cleanse to gain CP. We've got 8 points of primaries, so 10 points total. Takes us to 32 points. 32 points, the end of turn 3 to 15. Eldar are ahead, but Necrons could swing this around here in the last few turns of the game. Turn 4 for them next. Necrons turn 4, no prisoners. Containment are the 2 cards in play. Restoring a wound and moving around to here. I think Mike wants to sneak around, try and charge for him and clear us off the objective. Be a good move. Maintain close combat across here. 2 models resurrected, so 4 Praetorians. And then here comes the surge, like a wave moving through. Wraiths heading across in this direction, and then Skullbeck Destroyers pushing through here to take on the bikers. Or even, no, I know what he's going to do. He's going to take on the bikers, wipe them out, and then shift across to get onto the objective row so you control. So here it comes. The problem is for the Necrons is we've had another turn of no points coming through for primaries, whereas Eldar have been cashing in. So Mike's dependent on secondaries here. It looks like he can pick up some points again for them. Maybe to gain more points at the end of turn 5 to pick up points for objectives being held and guarded. Maybe no, it's still in the command phase. I think it's probably too late for that. Quite a low scoring game for both sides. Movement's done. Shooting phase next. All right, so shooting phase here. Good shooting from the Canoptic Doomstalker. Drop it down to just 2 wounds left. 3 failed saves there on the Wave of Serpent. No shooting. Pistols were deadly. Lost some ladies. Just the Exarch on a wound left and Jane Zar. Pistol firepower from these. So these jumped over the top and caused some wounds on the bikers. He shot his pistol, killed another. I then did an agile maneuver, rolled well, hopped up here. Mike then fired all his particle bits. He's just completely wiped the squads. They're gone. So that just clears up the board a little bit with some units being destroyed or models being taken away. It's quite straightforward. What we're looking at here is a charge across here now, and then a charge across here to plunge onto these objectives. Eldar have held onto them long enough. if Mike can make his charges. So, so
7-inch.
7-inch charge.
7 on a bit away, so
8.
And
Objective will be taken.
Yeah.
That Wraith Lord will be cut down to size. He may be taller, but he's on his own.
oh, you kind of swallowed the.
Fine.
Yeah.
So off they go. And the Wraiths,
Yeah,
probably a simultaneous multi-charge. A 4. Oh, it won't be far enough there.
No.
No.
So that's gonna have to be,
Come on, reroll.
Come on, reroll.
Bit of a scary moment. Okay, 8, in they go.
Yeah.
All right, well done. Oh, we don't want to forget this one here.
No, that's this one. That needs.
Right, 6 will do it for you.
6, yeah. Can I roll 3 dice for this one?
Yes. 7. Just as he needs these charges, they go ahead. And all of a sudden, the Necrons are plunging and going to wipe out a swathe of Eldar units. We had to get ahead in this game because this is what happens to the Necrons. They are notorious for the bounce back as they search and hunger for points on the board. They have been starved here, and there's nothing more dangerous than a starving Necron army. Right, so on combats here, smashed him aside. Almost survived with the Wraith Lord. A command reroll to save and failed it, so he died. And then across here, the Wave Serpent was overwhelmed as well. Mike just went the 50-50 split of his attacks. Neither of those blew up. Now on to Ramses. Mike going for the triple. No, this would be the 4th kill.
Strength it.
2's to win.
Dev.
Oh, and
damage.
Oh, dead. Oh. He stood still for so long. For half a game, he dared not move. Okay. And you're on the objective. All of a sudden, the home objective's been snatched. Wow.
You get priority over there.
Yeah, fights first for Jane's. Oh, finally, we get to fight here. Necrons all of a sudden just swathed their way through half the board. Come on, Jane. Don't fail now.
And do you know why that is? Avatar King.
Well, it's good that you held you up.
Yeah.
Because this has happened now instead of turn 3.
Yeah.
It's just such an important thing. Okay, Jane's up. Rerolling ones. Come on, Jane. This is better. Well, she got her hits last time. It's trying to wound this time. Anti-infantry 3+. Better. 5 saves at -3. Can she cut the unit down?
2, 4, 5, 6. So there's 4 left.
Yeah, big one. Got 4.
How many was there left? 4?
4 left.
I have 1 CP left.
You 1 CP left. You've still got the Executioner Exarch to fight.
There?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, do you know what? No.
Let him go. Target destroyed. So a real good turn for the Necrons. They have wiped out multiple targets. Eldar resistance crumbling. The problem is time. Time has ticked away here. No points coming through for primaries. No prisoners. Really good. Maxed out for that. So 5 points coming through, but just 5 points. So Mike going up to 20 points. He could try and rake in more points on turn 5. Eldar will try and disrupt that. But they've got their own game plan here and their own points tally to try and build up. We've been wiped off multiple objectives. Thankfully, we hold that one across there. We'll go on to Eldar turn 4 next. Right, so turn 4 for the Eldar. We were on this objective, got 4 points. Busted around him and then made him hide. And then overwhelming force and storm hostile objective. So we're going to concentrate on this. Mike's just rolling up some Overwatch here. That's from these who shot at Fugan just before he moved out of the ruin. Looks like 3 hits have come through. With 3 to wound. 2 devastating wounds.
2 dev and 1 normal.
Past that one. 2 devs come through. And that's going to drop him down to 3 wounds left. So this is crucial for us. Storm hostile, and then overwhelming force. That can rake in some points for us here for the Eldar. Backed off of these, backed off here. Just going to wait to see what happens on turn 5. Shooting phase next. All right, so shooting phase. Firepower from here. We can see through into the ruin and see through it. Across here into the Wraiths. Quite significant. Number of them brought down. There's 4 left in the squad. There's 1 with 2 wounds left. Firepower here was enough to overwhelm Ramses, and that's firepower complete. Charges, I'm going to say none, and we'll leave it at that. Give you an update on the score. So points coming through for the Eldar. 4 points for primaries, we kept that flow coming. Then 4 points and 3 points for overwhelming force and storm hostile objective. That takes us to 43 points. It's an okay score. It's not amazing though. Quite average here. It's limiting on points here in this battle. 43 points to 20 though. Going to go on to turn 5. Necrons will do their utmost to try and rake in as many points as they can. This is a league battle. Armies need to pick up as many points as possible. Necrons have crunched through the Eldar, but it's been a bit late in the game and the points total is low at this stage. So turn 5 here for the Necrons. They'll get 8 points to primaries now for these two. The cards that Mike has is Assassination and Sabotage. Sabotage is certainly doable. Assassination, there's a couple of Phoenix Lords across here, which might be a tempting target. All right, so movement taking place. Remember, Mike's picked up his points on turn 5, so he's now free to move off the objectives. So these moved across here for Sabotage. That's inside my deployment zone. You can do score quite well for that one, actually. Okay, and then we've got these surging across here to go character hunting. On to shooting phase next. So shooting phase here. Doomstalker firing through. Jane's are brought down and a squad, so she's gone. That token can go. Didn't fire here, but performing Sabotage, so he stays as he is. And that's about it. We're going to charges next. All right, so charges taking place. Mike's just calculating points. Charge, combat, and done. So I've been destroyed, but I get my once per battle resolve here. Unquenchable resolve. The first time this model was destroyed at the end of the phase. So everyone's finished their manoeuvring. Roll 1 dice on 2+. We get back up. Okay, he's back up with all of his wounds. Like so. 4 wounds remaining. Handy guy to have hanging around at the end of the game. End of turn, we'll calculate points. Mike's doubled his points total on the last turn of the game. It just shows how important the last turn can be. 8 points for primaries, 6 points for Sabotage across here, and then 5 points for Assassination come through as well. So 40 points for the Necrons is a lower score, but it's not disastrous. We've had worse scores for sure. But 40 points, something to build on. Eldar will win the game. They're on 43 already, and they've got a turn in hand. We're going to push ahead, resolve Eldar turn 5. For the overall grand scheme of things in the league, we need to add on as many points as possible if the Eldar are to stand a chance of going through to the final 8 later on in the season. All right, so we've gone ahead and resolved turn 5 here for the Eldar. Not really interested in Necron units, just darting around trying to rake in points at the very end of the battle. The league, it really does add a nice dynamic to our games as armies are desperate towards the end of a game to pick up points. It's kind of an interesting part of the battle, isn't it, really, when armies are down to their last few units and trying to manoeuvre around the board. So 40 points for the Necrons. Eldar raking in points here. We have jumped out into that one. We knew we would. As Mike surged forwards, and we survived a couple of units. We busted around here, but also passed with a CP, and then paid +2 to our move and an advance, lurched 19 inches to go for the grab on that objective. We had to advance across here with him to avoid Overwatch and to get in range of the objective. Because we advanced, we can't do established locus. It's in the centre of the board, so I had to leave that one. But they're moving out here, grabbing that objective as well. So points grab at the end for the Eldar. And then secure no man's land, the other secondary, which again we've done. So that brings in 12 and 5, taking us to 60 points here, which is an okay score. It's pretty good. It's not the best, but it's certainly a good foundation here for the Eldar. So we've come to the end of the game. A shout out to our 2 silver level Patreons. That is Dumpy Grimbo and Brian Nielsen. Big thanks to them for their support at silver level. I can update you on the league here. We've just put in the Necrons and the Eldar. They kind of bounced off each other in this game. They have really, it's been a long grind here in this battle. 60 points to 40 is the final score. If you haven't seen the other league games, then just tune out here because I'm going to go through the scores, just to give you an idea. So at the very top at the moment, it's Leviathan Tyranids. They're on 86 points. Got a great result. Then Black Legion, nice and solid with them at second place. Then Salamanders on 60, which is the same as the Eldar, so they're tied at third place. And then will come the Necrons at 40 points, and then below them is the Red Scorpions on 33. So 6 armies now in the league. Still a long way to go, but it's good to see the different factions making their bid for channel glory. We've said it's Revenge of the Imperium. It's 2 Xenos armies that have clashed here in this game. And it's been a grind for sure between these two forces. But the Eldar got the early edge here against the Necrons and managed to maintain it for most of the game. Necrons finally cashing in at the very end. It was a good job the Eldar did take the early grab. Otherwise, they surely would have been punished more severely by this Necron force. Eldar victory, they'll be glad enough. The score is low enough for them. We'll talk about units of the game next for both sides. Doomstalker stood his ground for the entire game, but we'll have a think about top units for each side. Difficult choice for the Eldar. I think for her dynamics, I'm going to go for Jane Zar and her squad. They're quick around the board, they're a threat, and they're able to get into combats and make a difference quickly enough on the board. So I'm going to give it to Jane Zar and the Banshees. Then for the Necrons, the Wraiths and the Scorpex. Absolute sledgehammer unit. And the Wraiths were solid throughout the game. A patient play with those during this battle. Without those two, Necrons would have been in serious problems. So Mike's going to give it to both of those. His only lament is it came later on in the game. But they did have an avatar to try and deal with across the other side of the board. That's units of the game for both sides. Do support us on YouTube channel membership. You can support the channel. We can't exist without your help. So if you can, join us on YouTube channel membership. It's easy to do. Link below. Or go to the channel homepage, hit the join button. Most people are going for Aspect Warrior level. That just unlocks all the bonus videos. They're all here on YouTube. And you can catch some of the vital battle reports for the League and the bonus content that we produce, such as the Big Push battle reports. You can check out the Raven Guard. 2 brilliant games with them on channel membership. So join us if you can at Aspect Warrior level. Or if you want to support the channel more or get involved more deeply in the community, then it's the higher tiers. And you can support us through Patreon as well. Big thank you to those that do support us, and if you can, join us today. That is the battle. Keep a lookout for more games of 40k on the channel. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.